Good morning, all of you, and we are doing economics chapter number 4, globalization and Indian economy. Now, we have already discussed about what is globalization, what are the factors enable to globalization, and after that, we have just done the role of WTO and why India adopted globalization after 1991. Now, we will discuss about impact of globalization in Indian economy. In the last 30 years, globalization of the Indian economy has come a long way. What has been its effect on the life of people? So now we'll discuss about this thing. And every coin has two sides, positive and negative. So now, first we will discuss about what are the effects, positive effects of globalization. First, the impact of globalization in India. It has enabled some large Indian companies to emerge as MNCs, such as Tata Motors, Infosys. Globalization and greater competition among producers, both local and foreign producers. And the basic main advantage to consumers, like we, especially the well-off sections in the urban area. There is a greater choice before the consumers now who enjoy improved quality and lower prices for several products. As a result, these people enjoy much more high standard of living than was possible earlier. So we can divide this topic into three groups. Effect of globalization on producers, consumers, and workers. But now, in a nutshell, we will discuss about positive impact first. So as I told you about some large Indian companies to emerge as MNCs, like Tata Motors and Infosys. It is very familiar to you also. It has also created new opportunities for companies providing services like information technology. Greater competition among producers has been of special advantage, particularly to the well-off sections of consumers in the urban areas. They have greater choice and enjoy improved quality and lower prices for various products. If these industries and services, new jobs have been created, and also companies supplying raw materials to these industries have prospered. Several of the top Indian companies now able to benefit from the increased competition. They have invested in new technology and they have and production methods and raised the standard of their products. Some of them have gained from successful collaboration, as we have discussed about that when how MNC control production across the country. So that is through collaboration, joint venture. So through this joint venture, some of Indian companies gained with foreign companies. So these were the benefits of the globalization. But globalization has not only played an positive impact, but it has some negative impacts also. And that's why we can say the impact of globalization has not been uniform. And here we will discuss about the negative impacts of globalization. Negative impact, especially on the producers, small producers. The major problems created by the globalization for a large number of small producers and workers also, because the small producers or workers either have to compete or perish. Small scale industries like batteries, capacitors, plastic toys, etc., have been hit hard due to global products and have suffered great losses in their businesses. Several small factory units are forced to shut down. Millions of workers have gone jobless, and jobs are no longer secure. It has increased income inequalities among various countries. It has increased the gap between the rural and urban economy. Organized sector converting into unorganized sector. So there are lots of disadvantages of, or we can say negative impact of globalization. Sometimes, especially large MNCs in the garment industries in Europe and America, order their products from Indian exporters. For getting the large orders from them, the exporters try to cut labor costs. Wages given are low, and workers are forced to work overtime to make both ends meet. Though MNCs are able to make large profits, the workers are denied their fair share of the benefits of globalization. So automatically, globalization is not only a positive, it has a negative impact also. Now, our next topic is related with, this is the topic, most important topic, steps to attract foreign investment. Since we are living in a globalized world, and if we want to increase our economic growth, we require more MNCs, more foreign investment. So, in the recent years, the central and state governments in India are taking special steps to attract foreign companies to invest in India. And as we can easily see around us, that now more and more MNCs are coming to India. So what are the facilities provided by the government for these and for the MNCs? So two steps we are having, our government have taken more steps, but still here we will discuss two main steps. And the first step is establishment of SEC, special economic zones, or we can call it industrial zones. And SECs are to have world-class facilities. World-class facilities such as electricity, water, roads, transport, storage, recreational, and educational. Companies setting up their production units in the SEC are exempted. That means they will not pay from the payment of taxes for the initial 5 years. So due to this, more and more MNCs are attracted. And you can see the area of Noida, Gurugram, and these are the areas under SEC. And after that, another step taken by government to attract foreign investment, that is called flexibility in labor laws. Flexibility in labor laws means the laws for the protection of workers, which was implemented by government. Now government has given some relaxation in that law. As we have discussed in the chapter number 2, sectors of Indian economy. Now the organized sector is converting into unorganized sectors because in recent years, the government has allowed companies to ignore many of the laws which are for the protection of workers. Now workers, instead of hiring on a regular basis, companies can hire workers flexibly for short periods when there is intense pressure of work. And why MNCs do this? This is done to reduce the cost of labor for the company. But still, they are not satisfied. Foreign companies are demanding more flexibility in labor laws. Except this, the question arises, why do governments try to attract more foreign investment? And the answer is, it helps in improving the financial position of the people by accelerating growth of the economy. As before 1990, our economy, which was converting into a stagnant economy, for the accelerating growth of the economy, it was necessary to change the policies. And the government adopted the liberal policy. And due to this, some steps were introduced to attract foreign investment. It creates new job opportunities in the country, directly as well as indirectly, in support services such as transportation. If more and more MNCs will come to the country, automatically jobs opportunities will be created, directly or indirectly also. Now lakhs of people are engaged in MNCs. Except this, other job opportunities indirectly are also created through this step. The government gains from additional taxes levied on the profits made from the foreign investment. So that's why government gave more relaxation, more facilities to this foreign investment. So now we can see, due to this globalization, our markets have been transformed in the recent years. And this is due to the globalization and the policy of liberalization. Because the advent of globalization and the policy of liberalization have opened the market to the world players. It has given rise to wide choice of goods and services to the consumers. And MNCs played a vital role in the world market. Foreign trade and investment in the country is increasing, resulted in exchange of technology between countries. And as we can observe, technology in the areas of telecommunications, computers, and internet has been changing rapidly. So globalization not only created new opportunities for companies providing services, especially those who involve in IT sector, better job opportunities for migration have given rise to migration also. It has enabled some large Indian companies to emerge as MNCs. So these are the impact of globalization on Indian economy.